Hello, beautiful light warriors who are out there watching this video right now. Welcome to my channel, Spiritual Growth Journeys. I'm Kimberly Palm. And before we get started, I am going to I'm going to clear the energy. Let me make sure I have this turned on. The studio sound is off. Okay, let's turn it on. It is now on. Hopefully this will work. This is a Tibetan bell, and you can use this dorja, which comes with it, to ring it, which makes one sound. And you can also ring it like a normal bell. Okay, and that just cleared all the energy on this video and in this room, and also for you wherever you're at. If you can hear that, it just cleared your energy and the energy around you. Bells have been demonized, or not really demonized, but bells have been removed by the cabal. A lot of these brass bells that were in churches, temples, and how do you want to say, monasteries, whether they were Buddhist monasteries or Christian monasteries all over the world. The Nazis actually took a lot of them, and so did the U.S. government, and a lot of different, how do you want to say, organization, governments, whatever, confiscated a lot of these bells all over the world, because guess what? They heal you. They heal your body. These bells are healing. I highly recommend. I got this off of, if you can see it, there you go. This one came off of Amazon, and it was actually handmade in Tibet. It's handmade in Tibet by some Tibetan monks, and it clears all the energy. It's an extremely high frequency. Demonic entities hate it. If you ring that throughout your house at least once a day, you will keep your house free of entities. They do not like that. So, all right. So I'm starting with that because I wanted to kind of clear this video, and now I want to protect this video because the entities are going crazy with attacks these days on myself, on all the light workers, on everyone, because they are on their way out very soon. So I call in our beloved Mother, Father, Prime Creator, Abun, Adonai. You can call it God, you can call it whatever name you want to call it, Source, Creator, Prime Creator. I call in Archangel Michael and my guardian angels, my beloved guardian angels, and the energy and frequency of Christ consciousness and Yeshua the Christ to surround and protect every single person who's watching this video now with love and light and the full armor of God. We do not consent to any infringements or attacks from any AI, governments, organizations, evil narcissist humans, reptilians, ETs that are bad, demonic entities, what we call those archons. We do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent to any infringement. We ask for a cloak of invisibility to be placed over myself and each person who is watching this video, to make us all invisible from the dark ones and the dark energy. We ask for a multi-layered shield of protection around this video. Only the people who are meant to see it will see it. In the name of Yeshua the Christ, thank you, and so it is. All right, so I wanted to do that really quick because the attacks are just insane. Today we are talking about actually kind of a positive subject that a person wrote to me, actually commented on one of these videos saying they wanted me to talk about the difference between a divine union, or what they call a Hyros Gamos relationship, a twin flame relationship, and a soulmate or a soul partner. So today we are discussing that. We are discussing romance and love and relationships and all that fun stuff. So here's the scoop. I have a lot of you clients out there that have been working with me that are in relationships with people who are either narcissists or they're 3D fear based or whatever. And it's not a good match because here you are, you're a light warrior, and you've got this relationship going with this person who's trying to put you into a box. And if you don't conform to their box, they're not going to love you the way you deserve to be loved. And that is what we call conditional love. Anybody, whether it's your parents, your partner, your friends, your family, your children, if they cannot love you unconditionally the way Christ loves you, the way the divine mother loves you, the creator loves you, if they cannot love you that way, then it's not a really good relationship match with them. Because the kind of relationships that we are meant to be in what we call fifth density and higher densities, is all about this Christed unconditional love, where if I screw up or I don't do things the way the other person expects of me, they are still going to love me no matter what. Not this hating on you, treating you like shit just because you do things that they don't like or expect, or they always expect you to be perfect, or they always expect you to act a certain way or speak a certain way or behave or to worship a certain way or to dress a certain way or look a certain way. Like, I know somebody whose husband had to make her keep getting plastic surgeries to look like a Barbie doll, otherwise he wasn't happy and he's going to cheat on her or something. So these are the kind of relationships that will not be tolerated in the fifth density, because everyone in the fifth density will know, feel, and experience that unconditional love. And you will be with people who you're supposed to be with in the future. So a lot of you are single. Some of you are single and you're looking for a partner and you're having a really hard time. And some of you are in a relationship with somebody who's not right for you and you want somebody different. And some of you are, I have actually a fair amount of clients who are in the perfect divine partnership. The husband and wife are both awake, they're both spiritual, they're both loving, they have a wonderful, beautiful relationship. That is a divine, sacred union partnership. So first of all, let's talk about what a soulmate is. A soulmate is not necessarily your boyfriend or your husband. A soulmate could be a friend. It could be somebody you work with. It could be somebody that, a cousin. It could be a grandpa. It could be anyone. And these are people who have been friends of yours before you came into this life and this body, this avatar. They are people who you've known from multiple lifetimes, and they might even be your soul family, meaning you were all created together and you're all part of like the original like tribe or clan, and you just all incarnate together on different planets over and over again. So those are soulmates. It doesn't necessarily have to be a husband. It doesn't, and it might not even be a happy relationship. You can be in a relationship or have a child who's your soulmate that you don't get along with, or have an uncle that's your soulmate that you don't get along with. Soulmates are people, again, who are connected to each other via the soul, not via the physical DNA. They're connected through the soul because you've had previous lifetimes, and maybe you have karma with this person, maybe you have contracts with this person, and that is why you're in a relationship with them now. Excuse me, got a little bit of indigestion going on here. What was I going to say? So that's basically a soulmate. That's the best. How do I want to say? I try to keep it easy for all of you. When I explain everything, whether it's my book, Ascension 101, which is 101 because it's real basic, or it is anything I write or do or say or create, I try to keep it as basic and simple as possible so everyone can understand it. I don't want to go over people's heads, because I watch a lot of spiritual teachers on YouTube from time to time that I listen to their video and it just doesn't make sense to me, or it goes over my head, or I have to re-listen to it over and over again because it's just overwhelming amounts of information. And I don't like doing that to people. I don't like to be on the receiving end or the giving end of that. So I try to keep it simple with the explanations so that you can bite off what you can chew, not a big mouthful. You need to have a little tiny bite of little snack, not 5 million piles of snacks. So, okay. So the next thing let's talk about, so that the soulmate, pretty much it. There are people who your soul has a connection to you from before you came here. And that's basically it. They could have a good relationship with you, or they could have a bad relationship with you. Before I move on, let's talk about how you kind of know them. When you meet these people or you spend time with them, you just feel a special connection that goes beyond, oh, I'm just this person's workmate, or I'm their boss, or I'm their next door neighbor, or their sister or brother, or aunt or uncle. It goes beyond that. It's like this feeling, like, I'll give you an example. When I first met my husband, this was 38 years ago. Yeah. 38 years ago when I met him in my 20s and I was in college, I took one look at him and I'm like, he's so familiar to me. I just feel like I already know him. And the more I got to know him over time, it was like obvious to me that we had known each other. And I'd look into his eyes and I'd be like, dang, I feel like I've known you for like 1,000 years. Well, that's because we have known each other before. We've had other lifetimes together, and we have known each other before we came in here. So he's a soulmate. So there's that. So then the next type of relationship is what we call a Hyros Gamos, or a divine sacred union. So I'm going to read to you a little about this because it's a little too much for me to memorize this. Hyros Gamos is kind of like what Yeshua and Mary Magdalene have. It's the alchemical marriage often associated with the concept of Hyros Gamos, meaning sacred or divine union or divine marriage. Hyros Gamos manifests as a spiritual union that goes beyond the physical and emotional connection, elevating the partners to a transcendent state of unity and divine love. So that is that. And then divine union. So Christian mystics claim the soul may be lifted into a union with God so close and so complete that it is merged in the being of God and loses the sense of any separate existence. The union is the convergence of physical and spiritual worlds, reason and matter, soul and body, flesh and spirit. People want to coexist with all-encompassing spirit known as Brahman or God. It demands harmony between being and becoming, immanence and transcendence, and contemplation and action. So you could have a divine sacred union with God, or you can be in a divine sacred union marriage relationship, which is what Yeshua and Mary Magdalene are in. That is what they have. They're not twin flames. A lot of people say they're twin flames. They're not twin flames. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute from now, because they have a very happy, very sacred, divine relationship. And they are always together and they're inseparable. So let's talk more about this divine relationship. A sacred relationship dedicated to supporting each other's growth on all levels, including the spiritual path. We want only the very best and the highest for the beloved. We do not harbor destructive or negative feelings. In divine sacred love, we are able to let go and unite on a deep spiritual level. Okay? So basically, when you are in a divine sacred union, you do not have this, I'm going to put you in a box and I'm only going to love you conditionally bullshit. It's, I will love you till the ends of time, no matter what. And you put that person's needs first. And I remember many years ago when my daughter was just a little tiny girl and she said to me, Mom, love is when you always, she told me what she thought love was. And she said, love is when you always want the best for the other person. And that is actually what we call divine, spiritual, or agape love, or unconditional love. Unconditional love is always wanting the best for the other person, no matter what. Okay. It also doesn't have judgment. It also doesn't have rudeness, meanness, hate, criticism, anger, all of the negative constructs of the third density in it. It is a fourth density and higher feeling and emotional state, which if you read my book, Ascension 101, I talk about what is 4D, what is 5D. The 5D, sorry, I had to take a breath there. My chest was feeling kind of wonky. The 5D and 4D are this unconditional love and caring and kindness and compassion and goodness and all these good things. And the 3D is like hate, anger, jealousy, rage, narcissism, cheating on your spouse or your relationship, stealing, breaking all the 10 commandments, anger, genociding, murdering, killing, raping, pillaging, all that kind of stuff. That's all 3D. Also, any kind of abuse. If you're in a relationship where somebody's abusing you, they are 100% 3D. Because in 4D, 5D, nobody abuses anyone. It's just love, acceptance, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, grace, caring, nurturing, all of those good things. And that's all part of that Hieros Gamos divine relationship. So if you have a spouse where your relationship is all of those things, that is you. You are in that Hieros Gamos divine spiritual relationship. Now, if you're somebody who's single, or you're in a marriage that you don't like and you want to find that kind of relationship, this will be possible as this earth transcends to the higher frequencies. As we go higher and higher and the earth shifts, it will become more and more easier for you to find your divine partner. Now, of course, you can always have me teach you how to manifest them quicker, which I'm really good at doing. I've also match made more people than you can imagine. But my biggest thing is I love teaching people how to manifest a partner, because every person that I've taught these things to, they've manifested their partners. They're still married. I had one lady I did this with, I want to say 8-9 years ago, and she's happily married now, and they're perfect divine partners and everything. I told her step by step what to do. She followed my direction, and then she met her soulmate like within a couple months after that, and they've been together ever since. So this is possible. If you ever want to do a private session with me, if you want to learn how to find the right partner, I can definitely lead you through. There's many steps, and kind of hold your hand through that and support you and love you through that process. In the meantime, just know that as it the frequency of this planet goes higher and higher, it will be so much easier for you to find that perfect, wonderful soulmate who has intimacy and romance with you and buys you flowers or whatever, whatever that is that you're looking for. It's going to be easier to find that as we grow up as a species. So now let's talk about the twin flame relationship. Was a completely different thing altogether. So your twin flame, when God created your soul, the soul got split in half, and you had kind of like a dark side and a light side of you. So your twin flame has all the opposite. They're like all of the stuff about yourself that you totally hate. That's your twin flame. Everything negative, dark, nasty, and you could be really attracted to this person sexually, romantically, mentally attracted. Maybe they're really intelligent, emotionally attracted to them, whatever, attracted to them because they have a wonderful singing voice. They're like a siren, whatever. Let me read this to you. Twin flame relationship. Wait a second. Twin flame relationship is about spiritual growth, not romance. Okay, so that's not the purpose of being in a twin flame relationship, is having a romantic, wonderful relationship. It's actually a really gruesome, awful relationship. So it doesn't mean you can't or won't have romantic feelings for your twin flame, but romance is not the driving force of a twin flame relationship. Unlike a divine partnership, a twin flame relationship isn't meant to be lifelong. So when you find that person who's your divine sacred union, Hyros Gamos partner, you will be with them forever and ever and ever. When you're with the twin flame, it's temporary. All of those relationships end in divorce or splitting up. If it's just a dating couple, they go their separate ways. If you're married to that person, you will get a divorce. I promise you it will happen. Or you will leave the relationship with cancer, heart attack, stroke, because you will not be able to handle it anymore. And you'll be like, I'm out of here. My soul can't take this. I'm done. I'm gone. So you will leave that relationship either in a body bag or via a paper in a courtroom. I promise you. Okay. And that is because that relationship is basically a volatile and destructive relationship. And the whole point of the relationship is to spark you onto your spiritual journey, to help you to grow, to be a higher and better version of yourself, and to ascend to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever densities. So you are put with that person to push you and to push your buttons and to anger you and frustrate you and insult you and treat you like shit and whatever it is that they do to you, so that you can learn how not to be, number one. Number two, you can learn to be a badass warrior, and you can learn how to go within, and you can learn self-care, and you can learn all the different spiritual concepts that you learn when you go through these types of relationships. So the thing is that your soul, like I said, is split, and this person is literally all the parts of you that you just can't stand and then some. And so they're there to push you so that you will grow as a spirit. Whoops, sorry, I bumped my table. They're pushing you to grow as a spirit, because the whole purpose of coming to Earth is to grow as a spirit and to learn. If Earth was not a classroom, it would be just like heaven. It would be perfect. And I point up, but heaven's actually in the same place where we're in right now, in another dimension. When you're in heaven, everything is perfect, which is boring. My son and I have gotten into multiple conversations about this, about the fact that, Mom, heaven sounds like this really boring place. Would you really want to live somewhere for eternity where it's la, 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 happy, 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 joy, joy, happy, happy? He said, that's boring, Mom. And I'm like, well, that's why you incarnate onto a planet, okay? You go out of your happy, happy, joy, joy realm, and you go into this physical body, into this hell planet Earth of suffering and destruction, because you are learning here. You are learning lessons. You are learning love and forgiveness and patience and compassion and getting closer to God and growing your relationship with Source. You are learning here. So that is why you're here. Well, that is the same reason why you would enter a twin flame relationship, is to learn and to grow, because that person's going to push your buttons to your limit. They are going to harass you and push you and criticize you, treat you like shit, fight with you, argue all the time. It's not going to be pretty, because you are being pushed to your limit. Okay, they're basically, it is to help you destroy the ego, so you can set yourself on your highest spiritual path. You need, in order to go to the higher dimensions and densities, you need to destroy the ego. The ego is important when we come here into a human form. You need some ego, and that's why if you read my book, Ascension 101, I talk about the negative and the positive aspects of the ego. It's also a lot of that stuff in my other book, The Real Fountain of Youth. There are negative and positive aspects to ego. Okay, and the positive ones are things that we all need until we leave planet Earth. All right, like your need to grow and your constant need to grow and learn. Like for example, my ego needs me to constantly be reading books and learning new things and that type of thing. That is a good part of my ego. A bad part of my ego would be thinking I'm superior to others. Bad part, well, let's go over bad parts. I've reviewed this before, but I'm going to do it again because it's good to have a reminder of this. All the dark parts of the ego, of course, hate and lust and greed, competition, needing to compete with others, needing to be better, having a need to be given an award all the time or reward. We don't need to be rewarded. You should be just proud of yourself for just making the effort. Having to go up on stage and get an Oscar all the time or something like that. That's all ego. You know, I have to be special. I have to be better than everyone. The need to be better, the need to be smarter, the need to be stronger than others, the need to be more important than others, higher level than others, stepping on people to get to the top. Those are all negative aspects of ego, you know, jealousy, rage, lust, you know, guilt, hate, meanness, nastiness, rudeness, disrespect, and on and on and on and on. And there's hundreds more things, but those are the main parts of the negative aspect of the ego. Those all have to die, people. Die, die. Everybody die. That's actually a famous line from a Star Trek episode. Die, die. Everybody die. I can't remember who it was. It said it was a McCoy. It was McCoy, or it was possibly Spock. I can't remember. It was somebody. It might have even been a bad guy on Star Trek. I don't know. I don't think it was William Shatner who said it. But anyways, so the dark part of your ego has to die, 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 die in order to ascend. That is why I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to 5D and 7D, because I came in to this body already not having much of the negative aspects of ego, having maybe one or two little small things, which I've already conquered and obliterated. They're gone. So now it's just only the positive aspects of my ego, like the need to help people, the need to, you know, always take care of people and be a mother. I have this need to constantly nurture and mother people. That's a positive aspect of my ego. You know, the need to take care of my body meticulously, you know, eating good food and sleeping and drinking water and exercising and taking vitamins, and that, you know, my need to have to do that every day. That is a positive aspect of ego. These needs that we have, or these motivations, when we're motivated to do something or we want to do something and it's actually a beneficial thing, and we're kind of, even if you're obsessed with it, it's all a positive aspect of the ego. So the negative stuff, again, is the nasty stuff, the fear, hate. And there's only two, and in the end, there's only two emotions. One is positive, one is negative. Okay, huge polarity. We have, in my book again, Ascension 101, we talk about the law of opposites. And then you have duality on this planet, white and black, night and day, good and bad, you know, smells good, smells yucky, whatever. You know, you have all these opposites. And so there's opposites for emotions, and the two main emotions that all the other, whether it's the dark shit or the good, wonderful, beautiful stuff, all emanates from the two. And those are fear and love. In the end, that's all you have, is you have fear over here. You have love over here. Which side do you choose? I know which side I always choose. Ring that bell. I choose love. I will always choose love. I will never choose fear as long as I exist in a spirit form. Until I get absorbed back into the Godhead again, I will always choose love. So, all right. So the twin flame relationship is going to push you and push you. It's going to trigger challenges and difficulties. Both of your souls, now listen carefully, encountering your twin flame. Both of your souls will have to face certain truths so that ultimately they can grow. You may not have a ton in common with your twin flame, since the relationship is more dualistic. They may be a different gender, have different experiences, or choose beliefs that don't line up with yours. Okay? So there's plenty of people. So now let me read to you something someone wrote on the internet, and I don't remember where this came from, but I really like reading this kind of stuff, so I'm going to share it with you. 2024 is the year many divine unions will come together, and those that are in union will rise together in power and purpose. Those of you whom carry the codes of divine union, whether single or coupled, will be called to serve in a greater way this coming year, as the collective needs your codes at this time. Inner divine union is the union between your soul and God. Cultivating this inner divine union is a path of evolution and deep devotion to put your higher power first and create the higher dimensional bridge to embody more and more of your authentic self through this devotional path. A divine union couple consists of two souls that are each other's complementary match and who, through their devotion to God Source, have been brought together for their highest evolution and service. Your true divine union partner is already encoded to love you with a loyalty and devotion that feel like home. I am not talking about a Disney fantasy that breeds waiting and illusion or a false twin flame grid that loops you into tormenting dynamic. I am speaking to an original architecture of creation, a true love template, a divine pairing that has the potential to liberate you fully and restore your highest relationship and family template. The healing that takes place when a divine union relationship is created between two souls devoted to their highest evolution and true love is absolutely profound. It ripples through the collective and weakens the powers of fear and hatred. This is why divine union couples are often targeted and attacked by anti-life occult forces, like demons, for example. Often couples will experience interference in their life that comes through their family members and people around them, and not realize they are being targeted because their love is powerful and a threat. It's crucial at this time to anchor greater support and protection for the divine unions. And it's a mission that many of you share on this planet right now. A lot of you, that's really important. So, okay, so there you have it. So all of you who are out there going, I want to find my twin flame, and you're going and signing up for all these workshops that are going to teach you how to find your twin flame. I'm not sure where the person who's teaching those workshops is getting their information, but if they're saying that they're a psychic, yeah, they're full of baloney. They're not a very good psychic, or they're infiltrated by entities or AI or archons or who knows what. But if they're trying to teach you how to run out and find a twin flame and telling you it's going to be this wonderful, sexual, amazing experience, run like hell, please. What you need to find is your divine union, your sacred divine union partner. Now, first, before you are ready to find that partner, you need to have your own divine union with God. So in order to be in a sacred alchemical divine union Hyros Gamos relationship like Miriam and Yeshua, each one of the people in this couple, whether it's a female and a female, a male and a male, or a female and a male, I don't care. I'm not judging here, okay? Your divine person may be the same sex, okay? And that's not up to me to decide. That's up to you and God to decide who your partner is and what sexual orientation they are, because I'm not going to judge you. I do not judge people by that at all. So the thing is that each one of you that is part of this couple needs to have a divine union with Creator first. So you need to be going within every day, sitting and meditating and connecting with Source. One of my very dear soul sisters, Medium Michaela, and my other soul sister, Katrina, the two of them and myself and Yeshua, through all three of us, is constantly telling you all, go within, go within, go within. We all tell you to go within. And please follow their channels, by the way. I've got them listed in the description below. I've got Medium Michaela's, her YouTube channel, and Red Mountain Shaman, Katrina's, her YouTube in there as well. Please go follow them if you're not already, and watch their videos, because they both channel and speak with the same beings I do. So they are both part of my soul family. They're both actually sisters, like my actual soul sisters. We come in over and over again into this world. So we're not blood related in this life, but we are definitely soul sisters. So, all right. So it's really important for you to literally sit your ass down every day and have a talk with God, and go into meditation, or just have a conversation with God. Just talk to God like God's your brother or sister or father, because God is your parent. It's mother, father, prime creator, and it is the one that created your soul. So it is our father, mother, God in heaven. So just like you're sitting down to chat and have dinner with your parents, that is how you sit every day and you talk to God. And you really need to get into this divine union, heavenly, beautiful, loving relationship with your creator first, before you are ready for a divine union with another person. And if you have not gotten and created this divine union with God first, you can't be in a divine union with somebody else. So you need to get your shit together first before you are ready for that right person that is waiting for you somewhere on this planet, or maybe out in space somewhere, wherever. They could be on a ship. You don't know that. I've had several clients I've done readings for, soul readings, and their divine partner was up on a ship. So you don't really know where they are and when you're going to get together with them, but you're not going to be ready to get together with this person until you get your own stuff together, meaning you create that Hieros Gamos with the creator first. And then you will be ready to do that with somebody else who also has their shit together and has that loving relationship with source. So anyways, that's the truth, Jack, whether you like it or not. I have to speak, the truth here, and I'm not going to baby anyone. I'm not going to tell you all, lovey-dovey, foo-foo-y bullshit information, flowery bullshit information, to placate anyone. I'm here as a teacher. I'm not here to babysit or baby anybody. I am here to teach. Okay. And Yeshua always says that when he's speaking through Michaela, he'll say, I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to love you and support you and whatever. And that is because he already came here as a teacher several times. He already did that. And now I am continuing his work. He asked me in 2011, he said, will you please continue my work? That is what you're supposed to be focusing on. And I was like, yeah, let's go for it. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching because I have to be the hands and feet of the beings that are not walking on the planet right now. My brother and sister behind me here. So yeah, that's what I do. All right. So I hope this information was helpful for you, for all the people who kept messaging me or commenting on my channel saying, will you please do a video explaining the difference between a soulmate and divine union and twin flame and all that. If anybody is teaching you how to go find a twin flame, I would seriously run from that, because I personally would not want to be in that kind of a relationship where they're just testing you and pushing you and nasty and rude and mean and all of that to force you to grow as a spirit. No, thank you. I've already had that experience with family members who aren't my twin flame. Why would I run out and get somebody? It's already bad enough with the people who are not my twin flame. Why would I run out and find the twin flame who's going to put me through more torture and hell and baloney? It's like, no, thank you. I don't want that. So, all right. really important information to share with you. Facebook is removing all my posts right now. They're trying really hard to shut me down. Not sure if I would start a whole new one with a different name on Facebook if they remove me. So please make sure that you connect with me on my Telegram channel, which is, I think it's at Kimberly Palm and the number 17. So it's all one word. It's capital K and then lowercase IMBERLY, capital P, lowercase ALM, Kimberly Palm, all one word, and then 17. And that's my Telegram. And then I have a Kimberly Palm chat you can get on and join so that we can all converse with each other. I already have, I think, 400 people on there or something. I've got like 500 or 600 on just Kimberly Palm channel. But please go there. And YouTube is trying to also do the same thing. They've removed some of my videos. And anytime I post on Facebook for people to join me on Telegram, Facebook is removing the post because apparently they have the word Telegram marked on their, whatever that is, their logarithm or whatever. I can't remember what that's called, but the, whatever it is that they do, they have the word Telegram marked as a bad with a black mark. So if you put that in your post, they immediately take your post down. And even if you comment, so like I put it in the comment instead, and they took my comments too. And they said that I broke cyber security rules, that I was trying to steal people's personal sensitive information, which I've never broke any of the rules on YouTube, or I mean on Facebook. And Facebook has been, even if I post a picture of a puppy dog, they take it down and say I was breaking cyber security rules. So this is like their thing that they're doing to me daily now, is you're breaking cyber security, and it's every single day, and I have to keep requesting a review for every post I put. I could put a picture of my thumb like that, and they'll say I was doing cyber security rule breaking. So please connect with me on Telegram if you want to stay in touch. YouTube, if you hit the notification bell, they're not notifying people because YouTube has me blackballed as well. So you need to actually go to my YouTube channel and check it frequently. And please go to my Rumble channel immediately. And because I'm putting all these videos up on YouTube and Rumble, and sometimes I'm only putting the videos up on Rumble because they're too controversial for YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed to Rumble, because the fact of the matter is this channel on YouTube could disappear, and if it does, I've got the Rumble, and the Rumble seems to be not pulling my videos down when I post controversial stuff up there. So so please do that for me. And the other thing, one other important announcement is we are having our women's, Sarah Nash, Rosemary Levesque, and I are doing our women's spiritual healing retreat again. It's going to be April 10th through the 14th in the Great Smoky Mountain National Forest in Asheville, North Carolina. And it's going to be amazing. The hotels are only 10 minutes away from the place where we're hosting the event. But I will warn you all that there's only 20 spots available total, and we've already had several of them filled. So I will list the website for the retreats. So you can go and find out the cost and the schedule of all the classes that we give you at the retreat, all the healing classes and healing that we do on you and everything. It will all be listed on there. And the cost and everything, it will all be on that website. So I will put that website. But if you're thinking of wanting to join me in person and meet me and hang out with me, you're going to want to sign up soon, because I will tell you, last year this thing sold out really fast. In fact, I was lucky enough to get a big enough facility that I was able to add 8 more people, because we had only 20 spots last year that we wanted to fill, and we wound up having people that really wanted to go, and I was really nice, and instead of putting them on a wait list, I let them all come. So we had booked up, and then some 28 ladies that showed up, and this year we can't do that. And the reason why is last year I was lucky to get a really big facility. This year this facility is much smaller, so we don't have the room for extra people to just show up at the very last minute and sign up. So please sign up ASAP. And again, that link will be in the description. along with the links to my Telegram info and Katrina and Michaela's info and all of that. So thank you all so much for your love and support. And I'm kind of making these videos today to distract me because the CMEs that are hitting the earth right now and the Schumann resonance is so crazy off the chart that I woke up this morning with bad heart palpitations. They've been going all day. Really scary, just really freaking scary. And I went out and sat in my grass with the trees and grounded myself and trying to drink as much water with some ginger and other stuff as possible. I highly recommend you all do the same. The energy is really crazy right now. So if you're getting a lot of heart palpitations or headaches is a big one, dizziness is a big one for people, just take it easy on yourself, rest. I had to cancel all my appointments today. I had appointments set up today and I had to cancel all of them because I felt like crap. So if you're feeling that way, really take care of yourself. And thank you for supporting this channel. I made this video to distract myself from all the heart weirdness, because when I'm focusing on you guys and this, it takes my mind off of the physical human bodily crap that's going on, whether it's pain in my neck or my hands or whatever's going on. I can focus channel all my energy into doing this work for you all instead of minding all this human baloney that I get to suffer through. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world, and much love.